we haven't done. And we keep putting off. Seguimos posponiendo. Be a better husband. Ser mejor esposo. A better wife, better son, a better daughter. Pero más importante, I'll be done here in a second, hermanos. Metas espirituales, spiritual goals. Look at chapter 9, versículo 19. La vida de Pablo, Paul's life was motivated by goals. Era motivada por metas. Y vemos en estos versículos, in these verses, sus metas. Por lo cual, siendo libre de todos, me he hecho siervo de todos. And here it is, ready? Here's the goal. Para ganar a mayor número. That I might win a greater number. Versículo 20. Me he hecho a los judíos como judío para ganar a los judíos. A los que están sujetos a la ley, aunque yo no esté sujeto a la ley, como sujeto a la ley, para ganar a los que están sujetos a la ley. Versículo 21, verse 21. A los que están sin ley, como si yo estuviera sin ley, no estando yo sin ley de Dios, sino bajo la ley de Cristo, para ganar a los que están sin ley. Versículo 22, verse 22. Me he hecho débil a los débiles para ganar a los débiles. A todos me he hecho de todo para que de todos modos salve a algunos. Y esto hago, versículo 23, verse 23, y esto hago por causa del evangelio para hacerme copartícipe de él. Paul's motive in life was to get the gospel to one more person, una persona más. Era su motivo. Does your life have purpose? ¿Tiene propósito tu vida? You got to be careful con esa crisis, that midlife crisis. There's no reason to wake up. No hay razón para despertar. ¿Para qué voy a la iglesia? What do I go to church for? ¿Para qué leer la Biblia? What read the Bible for? What do you pray for? ¿Para qué oramos? ¿Perdiste motivo? Have you lost motive? Mano, Dios contesta oración. We have to believe that God answers prayer. And if we believe that, we're going to pray. Vamos a orar. So because he had motives, por causa que tenía motivos, he was disciplined. Era disciplinado. He compares spiritual, versículo 25. Hermano, you may be seated just a few minutes. I'm aware of the time. Spiritual discipline. Todo aquel que lucha, versículo 25, de todo se abstiene. He abstains himself from everything. But notice the craziness, hermanos, la locura de esto. Ellos a la verdad para recibir una corona corruptible, pero nosotros una incorruptible. You know what the prize was? ¿Cuál era el premio para un atleta griego, for a Greek athlete? It was a pine branch, una rama de pino. And then they changed it. You know what? Celery, apio. Imagine that. You won. ¿Qué gané? Celery. Woo! Where's the peanut butter? Y luego lo cambiaron. Then they changed it to a pine branch again. No ganaban dinero. They didn't win money. They won a wreath. Y Pablo está diciendo, listen, si ellos se van a disciplinar, if they're going to use discipline to win a prize, un premio that's going to wither like this. Watch. Look. Esto ya. I won. Woo! And then you go like this y se cae. Woo! If they're gonna work so hard, si van a trabajar tan duro to win that, ¿cuánto más? How much more should a Christian discipline himself, disciplinarse para ganar la corona, to win eternal rewards? Eternal rewards. Entonces Pablo vivía su vida, hermanos. Listen, he lived his life not for earthly things, no para cosas terrenales, sino tenía su mirada, he had his eye on heavenly things, cosas celestiales. Now you said, Pastor, he didn't have a wife, no tenía esposa. I know, that's why he was happy, por eso era feliz. And he didn't have stress, tenía dinero, he had money, and his life was great. But no, he didn't have kids, no tenía hijos, no tenía esposa. Él no tenía que preocuparse. He didn't have to worry about the things that you and I have to worry about. But can I tell you something? We have to worry about kids, niños, deportes, ropa, finanzas, all of those things. But don't forget, hermanos, don't forget spiritual things, cosas espirituales. Don't get too drowned with material things, con cosas materiales que se te olvida lo espiritual. Leer la Biblia, orar, ganar almas, predicar el evangelio. Y él está diciendo, si el inconverso, if the lost person, trabaja tanto, will work to win a corruptible prize, how much more should a Christian discipline himself to win an incorruptible prize? Versículo 26, verse 26. Así que yo de esta manera corro. This is how I run. Notice what he said. This is how I choose. Así yo escojo correr. ¿Por qué? Porque yo quiero ganar, because I want to win. This is an independent decision, hermanos. Yo de esta manera corro. No como a la aventura. Not as one who beats the wind. De esta manera peleo. This is how I fight. Not as somebody who's just shadow boxing. Not, discipline, hermanos, disciplina. Dice, ¿por qué no? Somebody will say, ¿por qué no puedo mirar una película rated R? How come I can't watch a rated R movie? Porque quiero ganar. I want to win. Yeah. ¿Qué de malo tiene? What's wrong with drinking? I want to win. Quiero ganar. I want to win. Can you imagine un atleta, an athlete? He's preparing. By the way, do you know que the boxers, we should try this. Deberíamos tratarlo. They need to cut weight. Cuando tienen que cortar peso, they can lose 15 pounds in a day, 15 libras en un día. You know how they do it? Se ponen a rubber suit, un traje de hule, and they get in a sauna. Se meten en un sauna. And they dehydrate. Your body is 60% water. Tu cuerpo es 60% agua. Se deshidratan. They dehydrate completely. 15 pounds of water en un día. ¿Sí? Vayan a Walmart. Walmart, they sell the suits. By Domingo, everybody's going to be skinny on Sunday. So, deshidratados. And then they have tienen 24 horas to rehydrate for the fight, para la pelea. They can gain up to 20 pounds. Pueden aumentar 20 libras en un día. That's insane. Why do they do that? Para ganar, to win. To win un cinto, a belt, and a prize, dinero ahí. The Bible says, los cristianos deben disciplinarse. We should be disciplined. What music do you listen to? ¿Qué música escuchas? Oh, it doesn't matter. No importa. It matters, hermanos. Importa. Y muchos, they get disqualified. They don't lose their salvation, but they get disqualified because no son disciplinados. And then el hombre más fuerte del mundo, the strongest man, Brian Shaw, un gigante, American man, the giant of a man, YouTube video, he watches YouTube video. They have a scale, tiene una báscula, they have a scale, they weigh their calories, las calorías, exactly, el polvo, just a little bit too much. It's incredible. Every 2 hours they're eating. Discipline. Y el cristiano and the Christian, whatever. I can have the wrong friends, los malos amigos, no va a pasar nada. Yeah, you're going to get disqualified, te vas a descalificar. You get disqualified. Porque el que se junta con necios va a ser necio. Adultos es igual, adults, same thing. You have negative friends, you're going to get disqualified. Te van a sacar. Yeah, you won't be running, no vas a estar corriendo mucho tiempo. And so, Pablo está diciendo, you need to use discipline. Necesitas usar disciplina. Discipline. They wake up at 4 de la mañana, ir a correr, and they eat right, and they sleep right, and training camp, boxing, de 4 to 6 weeks, de 4 a 6 semanas, antes de la pelea. 5 hours a day. Boxing, training, entrenando. Hermanos, cristiano necesita usar disciplina. Hebrews chapter 12, please. Hebreos 12. Hermano, tome su vida espiritual en serio. Take your spiritual life serious. Nadie gana un campeonato just by chance. Nobody becomes a heavyweight champion of the world eating donuts. Aunque there is a golfer, hay un golfista que se llama John Daly. Dice que él jugó la mitad de su carrera. He played half of his career drunk, borracho. John Daly got a big old tummy on him. He dijo, I was playing against Tiger Woods and I was completely drunk. And he did great, jugó muy bien. Esa es la excepción, that's the exception. Are you taking your spiritual life seriously? ¿En serio? Jóvenes, are you taking your purity seriously? ¿Tu pureza? Yeah. Hebreos 12:1. We're done here, hermanos. Notice, please. Hebrews chapter 12, verse number 1. Somebody said life is like a box of chocolate. La vida es como una caja de chocolates. Well, life is a race, hermanos. La vida es una carrera. Es una carrera. There's ups and downs. ¿Sabe qué más? You know what else they said? Life is like an elevator. La vida es como un elevador. Sube y baja, and people are always pressing your buttons. Siempre están presionando tus botones. That's a good one, isn't it? It is. Pero saben que para Pablo, to Paul, life was a race. Era una carrera. Y en una carrera hay de todo, hermanos. There's good years and bad years. Altas y bajas. Hay de todo. 12:1 Hebrews. Por tanto, nosotros también teniendo en derredor nuestro tan grande nube de testigos, such a great cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight. Here's the discipline. I hope you see it, hermanos, pero que lo vea. Despojémonos de todo peso. You know what that means? Discipline. You don't need to carry extra weight. No cargues peso innecesario. So we need to forgive. Necesitamos perdonar. Don't worry. You know what worry is? Mira, this is worry. I'm worried. I'm going to win the race. Voy a ganar la carrera. No, you're not. You're not going to make it far. No vas a llegar lejos. No, you're not. You know what? Te vas a cansar. You're going to get tired. And you're going to sit. And you're going to quit. Don't worry. No te preocupes. Don't worry. No cuida a Dios. Doesn't God take care of you? Entonces, ¿para qué te preocupas? That's what it means, hermano. Disciplina. Be disciplined. Despojémonos del peso. Lay aside every weight. El pecado. Sin, hermanos, nos estorba. El pecado nos estorba. Confiesa tu pecado. Confess your sin. Don't let it build, hermanos. El pecado te descalifica. It'll disqualify you from the race. Can't cheat, hermanos. You can't cheat. You can't. You cheat, you lose en esta carrera. And then the third thing, la tercera cosa que necesitas es paciencia. Patience. Verse number 1. Patience. Why patience? Hermanos, porque esto tiene de todo. I'm telling you, life is like a roller coaster. Estudien la vida, study the life of every person that God used, cada persona que Dios usó, y tuvieron altas y bajas. They had highs and lows. Algunos hasta cometieron adulterio. Some of them even committed adultery and murder. Hello? And everyone here, cada uno de nosotros, we're going to have that in our lives. Tu vida, your life, before it's finished, antes de que acabe, van a ver, there's going to be chapters que tú vas a querer, you're going to want to rip out of the book. Hey, it's part of it, hermanos, es parte de este asunto. Pero sigue corriendo, keep running your race. Sigue corriendo, it's not over yet, la carrera no se acaba. Falta mucho. Still a lot to run. No estamos en el último, we're not in the last chapter. Por eso dice la Biblia en Proverbios, Bible says, no seas pronto a saquear la casa del justo. Don't be so quick to ransack the house of the righteous, porque 7 veces cae y se vuelve a levantar. He rises up again. So, hermanos, este año, this year, there's so much more. We ran out of time. Hay tanto más. Be disciplined espiritualmente. Hombres, listen, when you see, cuando vean a esa mujer vestida, turn your head. No estés ahí de bobo. It's the dumbest thing ever. Es lo más tonto del mundo. Sé disciplinado. ¿Para qué? Para ganar. I want to win. I want to win for my kids. Quiero ganar por mis hijos. I want to win for my grandchildren. Quiero ganar todo lo que Dios tiene para mí. I want everything that God has for me and my family. Lo quiero todo. Young people, you want God's best? ¿Quieres lo mejor que Dios tiene para ti? Be disciplined. That boy wants to touch your hand. ¿Quiere tocarte la mano? Touch. Oh, you're so strict. No, I want the best. Quiero lo mejor. Quiero lo mejor. Be disciplined. Facebook request, Instagram request. Hit me up. Sígueme. Así dicen, ¿no? Los jóvenes. Hit me up on, ¿sí o no? Instagram, Snapchat. If it's the wrong friend, si es la persona equivocada, be disciplined. Say no. Why? Porque I want to win and you're not going to help me win. Tú no me vas a ayudar a ganar. You're going to hold me back. Tú me vas a detener. I want to win. Be disciplined, hermanos. Y es lo que Pablo está diciendo. Si el atleta, if the athlete will be disciplined to win a corruptible crown, ¿cuánto más? How much more should a Christian be disciplined to receive God's best? You know what a crown symbolizes? Lo que simboliza una corona, ganador, winner. Y no todos la reciben. Not everybody receives it. Aquellos que son disciplinados. Disciplined. 1 Timothy chapter 4, hermanos. Pablo lived this way. He lived thinking about the crown. Vivía pensando en la corona. Vivía pensando en el galardón. Primera de Timoteo capítulo 2, por favor. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse number 5. Y yo sé, hermanos, again, we have a lot of things on our mind, muchas cosas en nuestra mente. We have bills and expenses and dentist appointments, finances. But don't forget spiritual value. No olvide los valores espirituales. Primera de Timoteo 2, segunda de Timoteo 2:5, hermanos. 2 Timothy 2:5. Notice what he tells Timothy in verse number 5. Y también el que lucha como atleta no es coronado si no lucha legítimamente. You can't cut corners and win. Did you hear about the runner in Boston? El maratón de Boston? Did you hear about that? Una señora, there was a lady, instead of running the marathon, en vez de correr el maratón, se escondió in the finish line. She was hiding. And when nobody's watching, cuando ella está mirando, she decided to start running, empezó a correr al final. Y la gente se le hizo raro. It was weird. They said, nadie la miró. None of us saw her in the race. Miraron, they looked at cameras. She ran like 30 seconds, como 30 segundos. And then it was a walleye fishing campeonato de pesca. It was by weight, por peso. ¿Saben? You know what they did? They made the fish swallow rocks. Le pusieron piedras a los pescados. So they went away, fueron a pesar, and they won. Pero en eso uno de los judges, un juez, miró que la panza was too big. So touched it. He said, man, what's that? Y lo abrieron. They cut it open. Bunch of rocks. You know what he's saying? When you cheat, you don't win. You don't cut corners. El atleta, si no lucha legítimamente, no es coronado. There's no shortcuts to victory. Muchos quieren la corona. You want the crown, but you don't want to be disciplined. You gotta be disciplined. Quieren la vida del pastor. You want pastor's story. You want Ricky's story. Pero you want messing around. Not the way you have to be disciplined. That girl, esa muchacha, boys, listen, esa muchacha se ofrecen. That girl, you have to say no. No, why? Dios tiene algo mejor. God has something better for me. And lastly, chapter 4, hermanos. I'm done. I know I already said it. Yo sé que lo dije ya. You know that means nothing. Segunda de Timoteo 4, versículo 8. At the end of Paul's life, al final de la vida de Pablo, dijo esto. This is what he said. Por lo demás, verse 7, he peleado la buena batalla, I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith, he guardado la fe. Por lo demás, me está guardada la corona de justicia, la cual me dará el Señor, el juez justo, en aquel día, y no solo a mí, sino también a todos los que aman su venida. Hermano, hermana, sea fiel, be faithful. Venga lo que venga a su vida, come whatever come to your life, just keep running. You fall, you get up. Te caes, te levantas. And you keep going. You be faithful. Y sé fiel. Valora, ten disciplina espiritual, spiritual discipline. Remember when we were kids and salió a dirty part in the movie, kissing. Remember the cases del VCR? They were transparent, eran transparentes. You got to be disciplined. Sale la música en el carro y the music is not right, change it, cámbiale. Even if you're alone, aunque estés solo. Why? You want to win, quieres ganar. That friend request, that man, that lady, ese hombre, esa mujer. ¿Cómo te llamas? What's your name? Don't answer. No tiene nada malo, there's nothing wrong with that. Vas a perder, you're going to lose. Be disciplined. Vamos a orar, Señor. Every day